think because it's just like such a weird scenario, you just get really immersed in it.
So you don't even realize how tired you are, how late it is, how dark it is, and how high you are off the ground. I've done worse things at 1 a.m. It's fine.
Just imagine there's someone out in the desert tripping on acid somewhere at night, and they just see a gang of light up skeletons ascending some rocks in the distance. The shoot is it's like the most organized chaos I've ever seen. It's like everyone is an expert in what they're doing, and they're so good at it that it just works because there's a lot of trust between people.
Now we're getting spicy. Look at these moves.
And then I think.
All right.
So she's our she's our on the wall
BTS.
camera angles.
I didn't know Tyler coming into this, and on all our phone calls, he seemed kind of like dry and not super excited, and I was wondering if he was skeptical of me or if this was the way that his personality was.
So I was doing this dino move in the middle of the night. These gear dudes were trying to figure out how to film it, and I was just like, dude, figure your shit out. We're getting shot.
He would be super serious, then I would crack jokes, then he would crack jokes, and then it just kept everything light.
I had a pickle juice shot, a turmeric shot, muscle milk, 5 grams of creatine.
There's few people who I feel like are that level-headed, that creative, and are never impressed with themselves. And I think those 3 things are super important to be a talented DP, and Tyler fits all the bills.
Soft hands, leather face.
Yeah. Anytime you can have someone who's got her pedigree of, being a climbing guide and an archaeology background and a camera woman, like, she gets it.
And really, it's all about anticipation as well when you're shooting on the wall. So what's their next move? Where are their eyes gonna look? Where's their face gonna go once they make the move?
I think too, just like as she gets closer to you, feel free to like kind of change the frame.
Being able to anticipate that while being in a tripod position, while holding this camera, is quite tenuous.
We're like, okay, through the legs, pull the rope up, roll the camera. So thanks for taking all our input.
And you're basically lifting yourself up from your fingertips.
This, in a lot of ways, is the other end of the spectrum, mostly just because I'm way more chilled out. Quite a low-stress environment, given that it's also a high-performance environment.
Yeah. That's why he's in the Olympics.
There's some parallels, like I think with my performance, like being here when people say, Hamish, you're on in 1 minute, do this climb. This is fucking nuts. I'm prepared for this like stress of the shoot in a lot of ways, because I don't feel fazed by people telling me, like, now you gotta go.
Action Hamish up to the rock.
And I don't want to like mess up the climb because there's hundreds of thousands of dollars of equipment. Batteries are draining, so like all of that stuff could stress me out, I feel like, had I not been so involved in the comp world.
That was insane.
But I don't know what's going on in his head, but I'm guessing that there's bigger picture things going on related to this project.
That looks so sick.
I think when I would see the first rough cuts the morning after we'd wake up, what hit me was the fact that there's so many different puzzle pieces that are slowly coming together. Typically when you shoot climbing, the climbing is the story. And with this shoot, climbing is just a piece of the story.
Great job, Rachel. Amazing. Yeah. Fucking epic.